This whole Tacoma neighborhood is on lockdown right now. Neighbors are being told not to leave their homes because we've been hearing these reports of shots fired.
And back to some of the messages we're seeing here at King 5. Michael saying he heard the shots. He is not far from that area. And then Drew Mickelson noting that a couple loud bangs were heard a while ago. So let's go and listen in.
The scene is still active, and we're still asking people to please stay out of the area. I want to let everyone know that I learned in this interim that our officer was pronounced dead at the hospital. We've suffered a great loss, and I think the community has suffered a great loss, and I don't know how to put that into words other than to say that everyone here appreciates the kind thoughts and the prayers that are going out to us. And again, remember that we still have a job to do, that we are still on the scene, and we are doing our best to not have anyone else injured.
This line of officers here, and on the sidewalk we see just people who are residents who wanted to come out.
And they're also worried tonight because the killer has not been arrested yet. Police seem to believe he's in the home at the end of the cul-de-sac.
We heard a pop. Tacoma police do tell us that they have now shot and killed the suspect.
Why did you want to be out here along the route?
Give my respects. He's a fellow human being, a father, a brother, a son, and he's a person. I'm here to pay my respects.
Telling you I want to commit suicide, and I tell you what's wrong with me, and you don't have any positive feedback for me, really.
The one time I thought about it was just putting the barrel and clearing out the brain.
I drove my car into a wall. I remember that much about it.
I said, I'll let God decide. And I pulled the trigger.
The third attempt, I was in the VA. I was there to get help, and I drove my wheelchair in the middle of a very busy road.
You're not a good soldier. You're not a strong man. You're weak.
There's nowhere we can put you. And come back next week. Well, that come back next week. You don't come back next week. I need help now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Wright along with King 5 reporter Taylor Mirfendereski. For the next hour, we're going to talk about veterans and suicide. We have 4 people who are all military veterans, all of them working in a little bit different capacities in trying to solve this problem. So we want to encourage those of you watching on the live stream, especially on the King 5 Facebook page, if you have questions, go ahead and write the questions in the comment lines. We have some web producers upstairs who are going to be answering and connecting you with resources. We're also going to be taking some of those questions and addressing them right here.
I grabbed my M16 and pulled it to my stomach here and pulled the trigger. The bullet went through me before it hit my skin. I think right as it was touching my skin, I regretted what I did.
It's like, see me, look at me. I'm going to do something bad, but I'm going to do it in a soldierly way. I'm going to get in a fight. I'm going to do something. I'm not going to ask for help, but I'm going to try to get your attention.
I want to point to something that Jeffrey Wilson says. He says it's so hard to move from the armed forces to civilian life. While I was in Brotherhood, what I experienced could not be replaced in the civilian world. We crave something that cannot be found, and this causes our depression and fear of a world we don't understand.
Wow.
So there's actually a study that shows that it takes the average veteran 3 to 5 years to acclimate back into being, and that's just the average veteran. That's not the combat veteran.
Mike said something that resonated with what you just said. I can't do groups of people, too much anxiety. So I'm hearing that from Mike. Thank you very much.
It took its toll. I did go and ask for help. I'm telling you, I'm in trouble. I might, I feel at risk to myself.
I don't see a person, I see a soldier. A piece of equipment that I need to get rid of because it's faulty.
Wow. If you told any of them, right, then you're likely not to get promoted again. You're going to be seen, like Larry just said, you're damaged goods. Out you go, right? So there's that, that, I'll call it the stigma or the barrier you know, and now in the military today, now they have MFLACs, Military Family Life Consultants. But this is not your father's VA, meaning from the Vietnam era. It's completely different. And Tony's been on a mission to try to get our veterans, you know, connected to the VA for services.
Every veteran that's on Facebook right now can join the 22 is 22 Many page. 22 is 22 Too Many, which is one of our programs. You know, there's over 8,500 veterans on it nationwide. You know, they can connect, they can talk about what they're dealing with, you know, all the way up from being suicidal all the way to whatever benefits you need to get connected with.
We've got to be able to get the family some services as well. So it's not just the vet. So I'd ask our veterans to consider their family and get them connected.
There are resources on king5.com that we will share with you, and I know our social media editors are going through and they will be sharing some resources.
You deserve our honor. You fought for us, you protected our freedoms, and I know we can solve this problem if we connect, if we care, and if we just look for the opportunity and see the problem for what it is.
Decision 2016.
Welcome to the 50 States Facebook Live. I'm David Espinosa Hall.
And I'm Amanda Grace. We're from King 5 News in Seattle, Washington, and wherever you're from, welcome. So we invite you to share where you're watching us from in the comments section, and if you have any questions for us, let us know. We're going to try to answer them. Over the next 15 minutes, our team of reporters is going to show you some of the major races here in Washington, and we're going to be keeping an eye on the big races nationally, too.
So on that note, let's first take a look at the Electoral College picture. As you can see, currently, Hillary Clinton has captured 3 of the electors compared to Donald Trump's 19 at the present time.
And we want you to be a part of this Facebook Live event. So again, if you've got any questions for us, post them in the comments area.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. Our Michelle Lee will be tracking them, and we will answer as many as we can tonight. She joins us right now in our newsroom tracking the social conversation around the presidential election.
Hello there. So first of all, we just want to say thanks to all of those tuning in on Facebook. Make sure you let us know where you're watching from, whether that's Washington or beyond. But first up, we've been doing this hashtag battle, which is pretty neat. But let's take a look at the heat map here, because this also gives us an idea of where we see some concentrated conversations going on. This is Seattle and Portland. That's what we're seeing when we look at I'm With Her.
We are at the Century Ballroom in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood right now with organizer of the Hillary Party, Karen Schwartz. You are very, very excited. Can you tell us a little bit about why you had this party here and why you chose to organize it?
Absolutely. First, real quick, I want to show you, for folks who are not from Washington State, might be watching us on Facebook, here is a look at one of the lines and one of the drop boxes down there.
So we asked our Facebook community when they voted and why, and King 5's Michelle Lee is in our newsroom with their response.
People are watching from all over. We've got Jonas in there from Alabama. We have Patricia in there from Rochester. So hi, and thanks for watching us. So we asked our voters, we asked Washington voters, you've had your ballot for a few weeks now, and we want to know, when did you vote? And was there a reason why you did it when you did?
They have been handing out thousands of these I voted stickers here at the Pierce County headquarters. Get a good shot of those. Those are precious and valuable today. We want to show you this whole process in about a minute and a half. So these are some ballots that just came in from one of the ballot boxes around Pierce County.
We want to start with Congressional District 7. What are your thoughts?
So this is an open race, an open seat, and it's a battle between 2 progressives.
This poll is still active on our Facebook page right now, and many of you are firing off a ton of responses as well. And don't forget, you can talk to us right now. We are here and we are trying to respond because when we can, because we love sharing this experience with all of our viewers on air and online from Washington and beyond. We know that now. Back to you.
A lot of reaction there on that issue.
We thank you so much for joining us for this Facebook Live event. You can keep it with King 5 News on air and online and right here on Facebook. We're going to continue to track both big local and national races.
You're one of the last folks to drop off their ballot.
Yes, I guess so.
What took so long?
Well, I was busy. Yeah, but it's important to vote though.
1 minute, that's the call right there.
Oh, okay.
There you go, you just barely made it. Thank you very much.
Having followed him on the campaign trail a bit, it's I wonder how he's going to adapt, if he's just going to say, well, it was somebody else's fault or problem. Yes?
BC calls Alaska or Republicans will they maintain control of the Senate.
Okay, so Republicans will remain in control of the Senate. They have won Alaska, so we have a GOP House, a GOP Senate, and quite possibly a GOP president if Trump gets Pennsylvania. Now, if you're just joining us, the Clinton campaign, John Podesta, her manager, came out and said, we're not going to hear anything more. Everybody go home. Everybody get a good night's rest. Clearly, a concession speech is not coming out tonight from the Clinton camp.
But we do have a special guest this morning, and we're going to hope and cross our fingers that this works and technology does not fail us, because this is the first time that we've ever really tried to do this with a quote-unquote real person. So we have Peter Clyde with us this morning. Hi, Peter.
Hey.
I can hear you. It's
Perfect.
working. Awesome.
I started a company called Orphos back in 2014, and we actually released a product on Kickstarter called the Orphos Flare.
Chris wants to know, he's in here and he's watching you, he says, do these lights create any kind of concern with the brightness actually attracting drivers more to you?
Oh, that's a great question.
This is your Kickstarter campaign. It's pretty amazing that so many people in this area and just in general have supported your work.
Yeah, it's been the support we've gotten has been pretty great.
I'm just going to joke because Westfall Trevor is in there and he says, I'm just going to say, he says, it's a badass light. I can only get away with that on Facebook. You didn't do any trick shots, right? Like,
oh, yeah, that's the thing. We had a lot of people email us and they're like, oh, you clearly used some other lighting in your video. And no, it's actually just coincidental that these lights are the best filming lights ever, pretty much. Like that, this is the way it perceives. And our camera wasn't even that good. So it's even better in person.
But I also think from an emergency car kit standard, too, it's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool that you're here with us on this day.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so I'm going to put the link in, and then hopefully we can chat again some other time, and you'll keep us posted on your Kickstarter, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Peter's great, don't you think?
Yeah.
Just from a Seattle standpoint and what it can do, it's pretty incredible. So that was really awesome that you, and also thanks for hanging with us because, we're always trying to, do the best we can with technology. And sometimes we're like, oh, does this work? So we really appreciate that.
Edition of the Sort of Postgame Show, pregame edition, playoff football in Seattle. How exciting is this? Detroit's coming to town, and they're going to run into a cold and angry 12th man here.
I tell you what, we were talking in the week leading up to this game that a lot of people it doesn't seem like there's buzz around town about this playoff game.
Yeah.
But I can't guess it from these fans right here. No, not at all.
They're doing the news right outside of the TV station, and we're going to be live with those guys in just a minute.
Live along with us. Look at that. Yeah. There you go.
If you keep watching, you're going to see yourself. How exciting is this?
Outside, throughout the season, we've kind of had this sort of pregame show going. We've also had the sort of postgame show going on. We have one Chris in here. Well, they've got two Chris's outside for the sort of pregame show, which is live right now on Facebook. Let's take a look live and just listen in.
Yeah, we are a three-Chris edition of the pregame show on King 5, aren't we?
We're out here, as we say in the sort of postgame show, pregame edition. We like to take you to the tailgate. Look at these tailgaters.
Yeah.
Magic out here and the tailgaters. That's all for now. If you're by your phone, flip over and check us out online on Facebook or king5.com. The sort of postgame show pregame edition take you right up to kick. Back to you guys. Happy Monday Night Football.
Happy Monday Night Football.
Go Seahawks. Go Seahawks.
All right. And go Noodle Companies.
I'm going to have to send her a clip of this tomorrow. She's not going to believe she was on our show. What fun is this?
Oh,
sort of post-game show. We like to do this after the games where you can react. Chris, I'm seeing a lot of Jimmy. Lori, West,
Bobby Wagner.
Look, there you are. That's you right now. They don't think this is for real. We're showing them. They're on right now. We're still live here on Facebook and online. What's up, buddy? This is the tailgate party. To be all tailgate parties. Big crowd of people in here. And again, the Beast Bus is what's behind us.
As we
continue to walk towards CenturyLink Field, Monday Night Football.
Who are you texting?
Less than an hour away.
My friend.
Your friend?
Michaela.
Okay, hey Michaela, maybe she's watching. Hi Michaela. Sorry, we just want to eavesdrop. We're just trying to break all the rules here on the Sort of Post game.
So you're taking that into the game? Do you have 1 seat, 2 seats?
We had to buy extra seats.
2 seats each.
It's just like the airlines. They won't let us just buy one.
But I wonder what happens if when you go in and they got to do the pat down. This could get a little awkward.
No, it's not awkward. We enjoy it.
They enjoy it.
Oh,
You want to try it out? Give it a shot. It's really nice. No, we're good. I'll let the professionals do it.
I don't mind.
We're gonna
Kids can watch. It's okay.
We'll do a test run before we go through security. Make sure we pass. We like it. We like it. Go Hawks, boys.
Go Hawks.
Woo!
Very nice.
Fun tonight.
All right.
A couple of the biggest Seahawks
Big fans. Big fans, they say. Big fans.
We said, hey, show us some love. What's it like inside the stadium? He just checked in.
What's up, Chris? I'm here with the 12s at CenturyLink, and we just barely escaped this game against the Atlanta Falcons with a win by the skin of our teeth. Oh man, my heart's beating like crazy. My stomach's in knots. But Seattle overcame.
So around that King and Snohomish County line, that's kind of our focus for late this afternoon into the evening for potentially more significant accumulations.
So like 1 to 3 inches of
That's
snow?
well, that's the big question.
And this area is no stranger to snow and hail. Actually, let me show you some video that Lori Matsukawa shot yesterday as she was driving through Bellevue. Yeah, she had hail coming in. She said she could really hear it.
Robert says it just started snowing in Lakewood. John says 2 inches of snow near a lake in British Columbia, again up in Canada. What about Spanaway and the Graham area? Someone's asking. Well, you know, again, you might get a little snow, you might not. Keith is saying there's snow right now in Renton. Our crews in the scene say, you know, they've been in situations where it was a little snowy and then suddenly the snow just disappeared and it was mostly rainy. Kind of a sloppy, cold commute. Tomorrow, though, you'll really want to be careful, especially if you live in higher elevations.
It is still snowing. It's not sticking on the roads, but as you can see right here, it's you know, it's a snowball. I won't hit Tom with that, although I came pretty close.
For Queen Anne Hill, because this is one of the places where if we have an event like this, you'll probably be likely to see snow earlier than anywhere else in the city, though I hear it's falling, you know, down in Soto and elsewhere.
And I've even checked with the Vancouver DOT to see if anything was reported to be blocking out there.
You could see up to 6 inches of snow, according to Rich Marriott, and that's going to start probably up in Whatcom County around 3. It'll be moving down around 4 or so. And there's my buddy Michelle. Did you ever find snow?
Oh, it's so sad, Heather. So we fired up an app so that we can come to you this morning, and we have literally been driving around for 4 hours now looking for snow. We did see snow in Everett, so I do want to point that out.
We are just outside Olympia, Greg. I want to give you a look at what we're seeing here on Interstate 5.
Probably let up a little bit. Maybe see a few sun breaks out there potentially. And then as we head towards after about 3 o'clock this afternoon, we'll start to see that cold air marching down.
And you don't think that they are missing some sort of social component? You don't feel like they're missing that, you know, like, oh, I need to go to the prom or I need to go to homecoming or anything like that.
But Andy, tell them about all the things you guys do at the high school for the kids that are extracurricular.
Well, you mentioned prom. We actually have a real prom.
Hi everyone, good morning. It's Michelle Lee here, coming to you from the King 5 newsroom. We've got Jake out at the passes. Let me actually show him to you. Hold on real quick. There we go.
But in order to get up here, you've got to drive, and that can be tricky. Sadly, there was a tragedy up at El Pantol over the weekend. A skier was killed, died, found in a tree well. That can get to be real loose, deep snow, so make sure you're safe, especially with the snow the way it is right now. At Snoqualmie Pass, Jake Wittenberg, King 5 News.
Good advice there.
Okay, so now I've got Jake in my ear. I do want to give you some updates on some schools that are closed today, if I can talk. Bellingham, Blaine, Ferndale, Linden, Meridian, Mount Baker. Think about it. We're going to get back to weather. Hold on.
The next couple of days. Yeah, we're going to see lows tomorrow morning and especially on Wednesday morning down in the 20s again.
We see more snow this week?
Well, I don't think so. We're going to see some sunshine. So there's
Which means cold. That means cold temperatures.
Slight chance late Thursday, mainly south of Seattle, but it looks like that may slide southeast of us and just miss us with the moisture. So.
Keeping an eye on a crash on northbound I-5 right at South Center. You can see it right here on the shoulder. It's definitely causing a distraction for drivers heading in the northbound direction. Here's another view of it from our DOT cam right before that. And you can see the reader board letting people know about the crash in the right shoulder and lots of brake lights as you approach that. So taking a look at the maps now, you can see.
Hey everybody, it's Michelle and Travis. We're representing, look, I got blue, you got green?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a television hit in just a few minutes.
By the way, that was the worst loss the Seahawks have suffered since Russell Wilson became the quarterback. They had never lost a game by more than 10 points. They lost that one by 28.
Yeah.
So,
I will say Deb Pomeroy says, I have green and gold. Deb, where are you from? I gotta know. Oh, let me pull it up.
Okay.
Is there a slideshow or no?
It's not a slideshow, it's just some details.
Oh, okay.
But here's what you need to know. He completes, in the game immediately after throwing multiple interceptions, he completes 70% of his passes.
I do want to show something because, you know, so yesterday I'm watching, and I'm not like a religious watcher, but this was the guy who made the touchdown, right?
Right.
So if you know anything about Tanner McAvoy, he's a rookie, and he also played for Wisconsin. So it was kind of neat for Wisconsin. I mean, I'm just saying this just to point this out for some of our, you know, just for objectivity, I guess, or just another side. So Russell Wilson is a UW Badger, UW-Madison Badger, Tanner McAvoy, UW-Madison Badger. So even like the Wisconsin folks, yesterday when the Seahawks made the touchdown, they were like, oh, 2 Wisconsin guys. Just cool. FYI. Just FYI.
That's interesting.
Of course, I think I just saw Ann in there. She was like, Lambeau's tough to play, but it's not that hard.
Yeah.
So it was a tough game to watch as a Seahawks fan, for sure. I am conflicted just because I moved from Wisconsin, but I wanted, you know, I wanted a better game. That was for sure. It was hard to watch.
Nothing else.
Thank you. Thank you. I do want to see if Brian will come in here because you are the Golden Globes reporter. Oh, Deb says, try Alaskan amber beer. Can you buy that here? Just out of curiosity. I know. Well, today was crazy too. Ooh, so by the way, so when we were talking about Seahawks, Judy Taylor says, because we said, what happened to the Seahawks? And Judy says, Lambeau Field happened. Snap. And then she's got a Green Bay Packer logo as her profile. So I'm guessing she's a huge Packers fan. I wonder if, you know what, I will say this. So I live up north, and I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I thought it was really funny because someone said, well, you know, our neighborhood is like a Green Bay suburb. And I was like, what? No. Okay. I was like, okay, whatever.
But how far north? Are you like in Snohomish County?
Yes, I'm like at exit 178.
Okay, if you're out there, if you're part of the tribe,
oh, shoot.
You gotta let Michelle know.
Yeah, you gotta let me know if you're up north. Oh, I do want to just reiterate, we do have some school closures. What are they? Bellingham?
Everywhere. Bellingham,
really?
Ferndale. I actually have a full list right here.
Should I put it on, is there, can I pull it up?
So we have Bellingham School District, Blaine School District, Ferndale School District, Linden, Meridian,
Where's the
Mount
list?
Baker, Nooksack Valley, and White Pass. And also Whatcom Community College also just recently closed for the day as well. Conditions, yeah, a lot of people started with their 2-hour late start, and then conditions just didn't get any better. So,
Eek. Hey,
That's
tell
how
us
the
where you're
creek
watching from too, and let us know if you're seeing any snow or any issues.
yeah,
Can we start with snubs?
sure.
Okay, hit the space bar.
Okay.
Please. Thank you. Okay, so here's my question. Were the snubs pretty good? Empire didn't get nominated, right?
I've heard a lot, like, Empire started with a bang, with a giant big fat bang, which is why also so many movies come out on Christmas. So
Yeah, well, and you get sick of everybody. Like after like noon, you're ready, you're done. You're done. I want to show you one thing really quickly because this is from Aaron. This was sent in to us 14 minutes ago. And Bellingham is looking amazing this morning.
I know, we were just talking about all these school closures, and now you know why. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Please, 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 if you ever have, like, this is your number one rule, anyone that's paying attention to us right now, is if you have anything snow related now until the sun comes up, send it to us. Post it on our page, send it to us in email, tweet it at us. You can let any of our reporters know. We love snow video, so please, please, please send
We
it our
love
way.
snow video. Do you know who else we love? Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, there's our hands.
Pop out. Look, there's. Oh wait.
I am busy working.
Yeah, Amirty's doing a lot of work today.
I am working. I'm working on some very important health stories this morning.
Anything you can tease?
Yeah, anything you can tease?
Some of it is kind of, we're still working on it.
Okay.
In process, but
Great.
one of them is about breast milk banks.
But it's so frustrating to have like 90 plus minutes of play end with 5 shots.
Yeah, I know.
Because then you're like, what was the point of that all? I mean, they played an incredible game. Stefan Fry was the greatest goalie we could ever ask for.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, to win or lose that way is, it burns so much. Because I know that if we had, been unlucky enough to not win,
I know,
we
on a
would have been
penalty.
devastated that that's the way we lost.
I know it. So those are our closings today. Again, if you're counting, that is 14 closings. We do have some buses on snow routes. Joel says, "Go Pack, go." Do we have any Seahawks fans in here? I'm just curious. Oh, Marilyn says the company is called Sykes. I'm assigned to a national restaurant chain to take to-go orders. That's so cool. Have you done that for a long time? I love reading your comments. I feel like I'm just right in your home. I'm looking at all your stuff. Sammy, by the way, said, "Hey, Michelle, from back in Wisconsin, you missed the snowstorm from yesterday." Yeah, I think Madison and Green Bay got some snow. We saw some snow during the game yesterday. Also, we were talking about some trending stories. Sorry, I just wanted to look at your stuff. Oh, Dominic, there we go. Go Hawks. I was like, we have a lot of Packers fans in here right now, which is great. Yeah, so okay, this is Jake this morning. This was 3 hours ago. Look at that. Oh wait, the roads look pretty good though. Did he say that there were issues? Look who it is, everyone. Jim. Hi, come and say hi.
Definitely fast.
Look, right now your face is on our live stream.
Oh, look at me.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a crazy place for me.
John, that was silly. Jesse, okay, so here's, Jesse is someone who pops into our live stream quite a bit, and Jesse says there have been a lot of misinformation going on about a lot of different politics about different tribes, and this is their homeland, and no need to be really getting things in order. Okay. So we're going to have to talk to Jesse about his take on Standing Rock. Rich, how can a media outlet like the Weather Channel, for example, give a computer model for 15 days out? How accurate can that really be?
Not terribly.
Short answer.
The more output you want, the more you pay. So we don't have access to quite as much of the European model as we'd like to see.